I'm Zach Doliak, and I'm here with the Cool Schools Classroom Challenge. I'm about to interview teacher Mike Town about how he can reduce his CO2 footprint. Here we go. Hey, Mr. Town, can I borrow a minute of your time?
Of course, Zach.
Hey, Mr. Town, I'm Zach Doliak.
Hi, Zach.
And I'm here with the Cool Schools Challenge. And I don't know if you remember last year we did the pilot program where we challenged all the teachers to reduce 1,000 pounds of CO2. You did sign up for that.
Yeah.
So you did
that
meet
was
their goal.
great.
Yeah, that was. So this year we're taking it to a whole new level, and we are challenging all the teachers in the building to reduce 2,000 pounds of CO2.
Oh, sign me up.
Yeah, okay, well, that's what I'm here for. And if you sign up, you're going to get this great poster to put in your door for all the kids to see.
Wow, that's neat artwork.
It sure is. And then you'll get this 100% recycled copy paper to use in your printer.
That's post-consumer waste, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is.
Wow,
You know your
thank
stuff.
you, Zach.
Okay, and so there's 4 ways we're going to be reducing CO2, and that's through transportation, recycling, electricity, and heating. And so I'm just going to go over a few ways where you can save in all these categories.
Oh, good.
Okay, so every gallon of gas consumed by your car produces approximately 20 pounds of CO2. So by carpooling and maybe biking or walking, if that's possible, to school and work every day, then you will be saving CO2. With recycling, each ream of this wonderful paper that I gave you over there saves approximately 5 pounds of CO2, so it won't reduce the quality of your work, it will just be saving CO2. Now I notice here that you have a non-reusable coffee mug as well as a non-reusable water bottle. Now, if you change those to reusable water bottle and a reusable coffee mug, you could save 20 pounds of CO2 each year on both of those products.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a little bit how recycling can help out. Now, heating. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware, but there is a thermostat over in the corner of your room, and by every level that you move it down on the heating, you will save 100 pounds of CO2 every year.
Wow.
Yes, it's really remarkable. Now on to electricity. Now, electricity is the final point that we will be saving CO2. And so I noticed that your radio here is on. Now, sure, it is soothing music, but if you sacrifice that, you would be saving CO2. As I look around your room, I see that pretty much everything's on. For instance, your computers, your VCR, your projector system, all the lights are on, your microwave's running. And if you could turn all those things off, especially in a planning period like this, then you would be saving ample amounts of CO2.
Let's do it.
All right, thanks, Mr. Town. We will see you in 4 weeks and see how you've done.
You know, I want to be the best CO2 reduction teacher in the whole building.
And I think you can do it.
Thanks, Zach.
Hey, Mr. Town, can I borrow a minute of your time?
Hey, Zach. I can't wait to see what my results are.
Let's crunch some numbers.
Cool.
Okay, so I noticed that you are now using a reusable coffee mug
Every day.
and a reusable water bottle.
And I got a stainless steel one at home, too.
That's-
And I do this, I fill this 3 times a day. That's 3 coffee cups that I don't use anymore.
That's fantastic. I also see that all the lights are off. It's kind of dark in here.
You know, it's kind of comfortable.
Yeah, but you do have that natural light in. I think that, that really accents the room.
I've used half my ream of recycled paper.
Wow.
And I think everything that we do in this classroom is now recycled.
That's great. And your projector system's off. I don't hear the radio. It's a little chilly in here. Did you turn the heat down?
I sure did, and boy, I find that the students learn better when it's colder.
Wow, that's, if it helps the learning environment, that's great.
And save CO2.
Sure, double whammy.
And we're also carpooling, my wife and I, every day now.
Wow.
And we have decreased our CO2 transportation load by about 50%.
Wow.
So let's sit down and crunch some numbers.
All right, let's do it. Hey, Mr. Town, done crunching all the numbers here.
Boy, that was quick, Zach.
It sure was. It looks like if you continue at the rate that you're going with all the electricity and heating changes, that you will save a grand total of 5,100 pounds of CO2 throughout the entire year.
Wow, I hope that makes me the #1 teacher in the building.
And I hope it does as well.
Yeah, and you guys are doing a great job doing that. By the way, do you know how much pounds of CO2 like the whole building is pledged to save?
Well, last year they pledged 45 tons of CO2 and they ended up saving 72 tons. And so we hope to increase that number this year.
Boy, that sounds great. Thanks, Zach.
No problem, Mr. Town.